Hi folks, my name's Mike, and together with my wife and our 3-year-old toddler, we recently invested in a brand new travel trailer. Now we spent the last few years touring around where we live in British Columbia in like a 1980s really old kind of little travel trailer. Got us out there, and we really liked it. It's better than a tent, but we decided that it had become a lot more work than enjoyment for us. So this year we decided to jump into something that would be a lot more reliable and comfortable, and just that we weren't not looking forward to spending any more time in. So after lots of research, we landed on the Coachmen Catalina Summit 172BH. And in this inaugural video on this channel, I thought I would just take you on a quick walk around of it and then kind of explain exactly why it was sort of the perfect size and floor plan and everything for what we needed. So let's take a walk around and I'll just show this thing off. So the 172, as many RVs, the numbers indicate kind of how long it is, and so this one's about 17 feet on the inside of the cabin and 20 feet overall. This one came with lots of storage actually for this size of an RV. Full pass-through storage on the front that's under the bed. We'll go inside and look at that later. And that's just, you know, bins of some setup stuff and some fishing equipment, whatever. On this side, you've got your fresh and city water connection here. Single axle, which I kind of like compared to a tandem. You got electrical and your cable satellite stuff back here. Now this is a neat option that this particular BH model came with, and it's this great big door at the back, which is a ton of storage space. And this is one of the bunks you'll see on the inside. This has 2 bunks back here. This one, the bottom one, actually flips up and there's a latch in there that holds it up, and you're left with just a ton of storage. So everything that's above the level of that bunk when it's flipped down is just stuff that comes right out of here as soon as we set up, and then this thing comes down and the little toddler sleeps back there. So lots of storage, which is really nice. Or if you don't need it, you leave it up. You can throw bikes in here. Lots of room. And then just a spare on the back, and the bumper, which is tucked in a little under there, which I'll get into maybe in the next video why that's kind of interesting. Okay, we'll go around the other side. All right, here's the other side of the Coachmen. Again, the pass-through storage right there. It is wired for solar already. It's got a full electric awning, which is nice. It's got these new steps, these solid steps, which are full solid one-piece adjustable legs, and they fold up right inside when you're on the road. I'm not 100% sold on those yet, but I can get into that later maybe. We got standard stuff like an electrical outlet. I'm kind of bummed that all the venting from the hot water tank and everything like that from the kitchen is right out under the awning, but that's just one of those things that this floor plan dictated. Vent from the vent hood, speakers, light, standard stuff like that, and your low point drains there, and then it's got the outdoor shower in the back here. Let's go and check out the inside. All right, so as we step in, you'll see that we've done a few things to make this thing kind of pretty and homey. There's the 172BH and all the stickers that your RV dealer sticks all over your new RV. So this has got almost a full queen bed in the front, which is way better than our last RV had. Lots of storage. I installed a coat rack first thing we did. None of these RVs ever come with a coat rack, but that's your TV backer with all your connections there. We don't care about TV. So there's storage up there, more storage above the little dinette. Tons of storage, also storage underneath the dinette, which is nice, and storage under the bed. This whole thing lifts up, and so you got that whole pass-through storage is all accessible from inside, which is nice. And the bed goes down. There's also all this, I don't know what you would use the storage under the headboard for. We haven't figured that out. The dinette in this one's a little bit smaller because it doesn't have the slide. There is an option for the whole dinette to slide out in the 172BHS, but then you lose all the storage above the dinette, and but you do get the full size dinette, but I mean, for 2 adults and a toddler, even as he's growing, this is going to be fine, and we eat outside most of the time anyway. That being said, these tables are actually not secure. You can drop these down and it becomes a bed, obviously, or you can actually take this thing outside, which is kind of nice. Single sink, 2-burner stove, microwave, more storage up top, more storage down below. No drawers, which is kind of weird, like for cutlery and stuff. So it's just, there's lots of volume of storage in here, but it's tough to organize for all your junk. So I might actually build a cutlery drawer inside that one, and then this one you get a little bit less because of the sink there, so we just made it a garbage. And then this thing, this used to be blocked off like 4 inches in, and there's a ton of extra storage behind there. So I took that panel out, covered up the bottom of the wheel well under there, and now there's lots more storage. Anyway, moving on. Big fridge in these things, which is really nice. Lots of room. And the freezer, as lots of other videos will show you, it's a nice and deep, so if you do get a melt and everything drips or whatever, ice melts, you don't get it dripping down inside of the coach. Now it's got air conditioner and the bunks. Now this is why we like this layout, because we've got the 3-year-old. We don't have to break down the bed every time we want to put him in bed, and this has this spot to put the little baby gate to keep him in. I'm not going to open this because the bed is flipped up right now, like we saw from the outside, but it's got 2 full-size bunks. They've got their own light, they've got their own USB plugs in there, so if you got kids with your devices or whatever, and then you can access that storage bay from outside underneath there, which is where he keeps all of his toys and stuff. So we really like that this bunkhouse layout. So technically this thing sleeps like 5 people if you really want to, but we wanted somewhere where he can sleep. We can put him for nap time, stuff like that, but we didn't have to break down the table every time we wanted to put him down. So that was huge. And then we'll go check out the bathroom real quick. Basic bath, toilet, good sized shower, the fan up top and the vent, and I love the sunroof above the shower. Lots of them are doing that now, and it gives you a little bit extra headroom in there because the showers are always tight in these RVs. And so that's that. So a couple of reasons, like I was saying, that we went with the 172BH Catalina Summit series. One thing was, like I said, for this bunk to be able to block it off with a baby gate, super easy. That was easy to install, almost perfect standard size for a baby gate, so that was huge. We can lock him in there so he can't get out when he wakes up from his nap and mess around inside the trailer. Having the big bed in the front was huge. Lots of storage. We actually brought everything out of our old trailer plus a few more things and put it in here, and we still have extra room that we're not using for storage, which is unheard of in the RV world, which is awesome. The thing about the Catalina Summit series is that they're lightweight, and we're towing this thing with a 2011 Toyota 4Runner. It's 270 horsepower, about 270 foot-pounds of torque, and 5,000 pound capacity, recommended towing capacity. This thing dry is 3,100 pounds, and even its gross vehicle weight is only like 3,800 pounds, which is what I'd feel comfortable hauling with the 4Runner. And the 4Runner now has a brake controller too, which is critical. So this thing was the perfect size. It's not too huge. We can fit it into all the little tight camping spots that we've got around here that we want to get into, but it's lots of room for us. It's very comfortable. Lots of head height in here. I get claustrophobic sometimes, and so that little trailer that we used to have, it was very tight, whereas this one's nice and open with the dinette opposite the kitchen. Is just a big open space here with the bed right there. There's just lots of room. Like I said, tall head height. It's open and not claustrophobic at all, and just very comfortable and bright. There's lots of windows and everything, and so we really like this one. We looked at a whole bunch of them. I went without the slide for the dinette because it just felt like one more thing to go wrong. You know, all the mechanicals of the slide and everything. It's a bunch of extra weight. It's like 500 extra pounds for for the mechanism and everything. You lose that overhead storage, like I said, and we didn't really need it for the size of the dinette that this thing has. You didn't really gain that much room between the edge of the table and the counter where you guys are sitting right now. It didn't really get that much bigger with the slide out, so we went with this one. Keep it simple, keep it lightweight, and we're really happy with it so far. So that's kind of a walkthrough of our Coachmen Catalina Summit 172BH. I have done a few little modifications here and there, and I've got a few more things planned in the future that I want to get done to this thing, but I'll save them for the next video, so check that one out next. Thanks.